going down the road feeling bad. I've gotten quite a few requests for this song, and especially Jerry Garcia's The Main Riff. And in the late 80s, early 90s, they could play this song at a pretty brisk tempo, so making sense of exactly what's going on can be difficult. So we are going to break that down. Alright, so in the demo, the tempo I used was on par with those late 80s, early 90s shows, and by no means do you need to play it that fast. This this riff sounds great at slower tempos as well. I just wanted to let you hear it at a more brisk tempo so that we can break it down and make sense of it all. Alright, so at a more relaxed tempo, it sounds something like this. Alright, so we are playing it fingerstyle, and I'm using my thumb, index, and middle fingers of my picking hand. Jerry Garcia obviously used his thumb, index, and ring finger since he didn't have use of his middle finger. But I feel more comfortable with these three fingers, and feel free to experiment. So the way I do it is I assign each string a finger. So in this case, 6 strings played with the thumb, 5th strings played with the index, and 4th string is played with the middle finger. Then with the left hand here, or fretting hand, the song is in the key of E, so I'm going to bar the 2nd frets of the 5th and 4th strings with my index finger and get in this E5 position. Alright, so I'm going to start with an open 6th string, or low E, and then the 2nd fret of the 4th string, which is an E an octave higher. Then we're going to hammer on the 3rd to the 4th fret of the 6th string, and the 2nd fret of the 5th string, followed by the open 6th. Then we have the 4th fret of the 5th string, and then the 2nd fret of the 4th string. Alright, then we play open E, and then we have the 4th fret of the 5th again, open E, 2nd fret of the 5th. Then we hammer on 3rd to 4th on the 6th string. Back to the 2nd fret of the 4th, and then our open E. Alright, so once you start playing this or get it up to speed, and you want to maybe leave a few notes out or add some notes, perfectly fine, and something Jerry did a lot. But I noticed when I was playing in the demo, I left out the low E right there. So instead of doing that, I was doing. And again, lots of variation. One thing is, it seemed like in the mid-80s, Jerry would put lots of emphasis on this 3rd to 4th fret hammer on. And get something more like that. With the late 80s and early 90s, it sounded more like this. And it's because you have those 2 E's on the 4th string ringing back to back. So the phrase ends with it, and then when you start it again, and it gives kind of this looping effect. So it kind of depended on the era and what effect you're going for, but I really like that sound right there. And another thing is just dynamics. You can play more quiet. You can kind of really snap some of those strings. So that's all up to you when you're playing it. Let me slow it down again so that you can practice along with it. Alright, maybe a little slower. Alright, and then once you get that up to speed. Alright, so that's the main riff. Alright, so as I mentioned, the song is in the key of E, and we have, when the verse and choruses start, we have a 16-bar chord progression. And so we have 4 bars of E, then we have 2 bars of A, 2 bars of E, 2 bars of A, 1 bar of E, 1 bar of C sharp minor, then we have our turnaround, E, B, E. Alright, so when Jerry's playing the rhythm part, he really quiets down, so the first 2 bars of the E chord is a rhythm part, and then we have our riff. So the rhythm part, it's, he really lays back and it's quiet. Sometimes he quits playing altogether, and you'll see him just kind of fiddling around with his volume or tone knobs. Other times he will play, and again, you want to bring the dynamics down and just really have it in the background. So we're finishing off the Alright, so for the E chord, just kind of, so what I'm doing is I'm playing a open E, then I'm playing the 2nd frets of the 5th and 4th string, playing that open E again, and then so that's for 2 bars. Then we go back to our riff. But this time, we land on the A string because we're on our A chord. So for the A, I do the same thing as the E chord. Alright, then for the C sharp minor, so we start off our riff as normal, and then after we play that 4th fret of the 5th string, we're going to slide from the 2nd to the 4th fret of the 5th string, Then we have our E, B, riff. Alright, we put the rhythm part together and it sounds like this. So let me do the riff twice and then I'll go into the chords. Alright, that's Jerry Garcia's rhythm part for Going Down the Road Feeling Bad. Hope you enjoyed the lesson, and I will see you next time.